A warm and pleasant dawn on the Black Sea coast. Moderate waves gently hit the side of the boat. The sea is calm and gentle. At least it seems so at first glance.
This operation was kept secret all the time. Three or 4 minutes after the flight of the Sioux plane, a bomb attack was carried out.
And this flag will soon fly over Crimea. Glory to Ukraine.
Glory to the heroes.
Groups of special forces of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine are going on another combat mission. Today, their special task is to return one of the drilling platforms belonging to Boyko to Ukraine's control.
This operation was kept secret all the time, because if the enemy realized how boldly we were approaching him, he would have countered us in one way or another. Because it would be like a slap in the face for the enemy.
The Boyko drilling towers are gas drilling platforms off the coast of Crimea in the Black Sea. In 2015, after the annexation of Crimea, the jack-up drilling towers were seized by Russian troops and towed closer to the Crimean coast. And with the start of the full-scale invasion, Russia used the drilling platforms for military purposes. On the drilling platforms, the Russians set up warehouses with ammunition and fuel for helicopters. They also placed radar stations on the towers to monitor the situation in the entire Black Sea. The way to the target is especially dangerous for the special forces. In the open sea, they are practically in the palm of their hands. There is nowhere to hide from Russian planes and drones.
We could not use a large landing craft because it could be detected. So, despite the waves, we went to this gas platform on a rubber boat.
God damn it. They shot at us.
Yes, we used technical means. We flew over the entire territory with a drone, looked at the structure of the drilling platforms, how to get there, where the entrance is, how many meters to go up the stairs we will use, and the most likely areas where there may be mines, etc.
Finally, the military boat reaches its destination. The sea started to storm, and it was very difficult to moor the small rubber boat.
The most difficult thing, in my opinion, was to moor and get to this platform for one simple reason. The sea was stormy and the weather conditions were not very favorable for this.
Once this is finally done, the special forces begin to inspect the platform, observing security measures.
One such problem we encountered was something we expected in principle, but didn't think would happen. It was an enemy Sioux model airplane heading in the direction of Zminy Island and it flew past us. The enemy plane was flying at a very close distance. The distance from us was 500 meters. It was at the time when we were performing high-altitude work to dismantle the enemy's reconnaissance equipment on this drilling platform. We didn't know whether the plane had spotted us and was going to turn around and open fire, or whether it was flying on another mission. There are various options. Maybe it's a patrol plane, or maybe we've been spotted. 3 or 4 minutes after the enemy Su aircraft flew over Zminy Island, a bombing strike was launched near the drilling platform. That is, we saw a very bright flash from the island. It was visible even at the distance we were from the island.
Today, the destruction of enemy equipment has been completed. Having destroyed the enemy's radar under the cover of night, the special forces returned home. A few days later, the soldiers of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine returned to the drilling platform. Now they have to take away the enemy trophies they found last time. To do this, they are sent not in one boat, as last time, but in 2 boats.
Let's pick it up. Now I'll show you where you need to go.
As for the enemy's Neva radar station, it was very important for us because it detects potential targets and acts as a repeater for them, transmitting information about what is happening at sea to their headquarters. We climbed to the top, checked to see if it was mined, pulled out the equipment on a rope, cut it with a chainsaw, and carefully lowered the radar station down using hiking equipment.
The Neva radar station will no longer monitor our actions in the Black Sea. And the unguided aircraft missiles will be needed by our defenders and will soon be sent back to the Russians.
When we went inside, we found unguided aircraft missiles in the engine room. Given this, we realized that the enemy was using this drilling platform to resupply ammunition. We also found fuel tanks there. That is, this tower was very important for the enemy, because they refueled there and also replenished ammunition.
During one of the combat missions, a Russian Su-30 fighter jet manages to track down our special forces men on boats in the middle of the open sea. The battle began. A Russian plane is trying to sink our boats with cannon and rocket fire. Our soldiers return fire with all available weapons. In the end, we managed to damage a Russian aircraft with a man-portable air defense system. The damaged aircraft quickly leaves the battlefield.
Rocket! Rocket! We almost destroyed the Sioux plane. It was smoking.
As a result of difficult maneuvering of the boat under enemy fire, one of our fighters was left overboard alone in the Black Sea. Heavy fire from Russian aviation forces our boats to move away from the spot where the Special Forces soldier fell into the water. However, as soon as the opportunity arises, they immediately start searching for the soldier. In a few hours, the drone will find a Special Forces officer with the call sign Conan in the Black Sea and a rescue operation will begin. The enemy aviation knows about the whereabouts of our fighter. And one by one, Russian planes fly into the search area. Eventually, our guys manage to successfully break through to their comrade and evacuate him. In total, Conan spent more than 14 hours at sea, demonstrating a worthy example of resilience and heroism.
Mr. President.
For Ukraine, the operation to return the drilling platforms in the Black Sea was of strategic importance. As a result, today Russia has lost the ability to use the so-called Boyko platforms for military purposes. By losing the exploration equipment on these drilling platforms, Russia loses its ability to fully control the Black Sea. This brings Ukraine many steps closer to regaining Crimea. More precisely, many nautical miles.